Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight, we're going to take a look at the Fix. The Fix is a classic vessel, and the Fix is part of the Line and Nets DLC. However, it doesn't do nets. The Fix is an old boat, and it is based on line fishing only. No crew. You're on your own. Let's take a look at it in the looking at its stats. It is expensive at 895,000 krona. It has a 100 horsepower engine that can be upgraded. Max speed of 10 knots with the base engine. However, it does go about 12 to 13 knots with the upgrades. I haven't run it full yet, so I don't know if it gets really slow when it's full. It probably will, I would imagine. But we'll have to see. It's a pretty low horsepower engine because this ship actually carries upgraded a whopping 20,000 kilograms of fish. So you have, it's about the same amount as the Sharky upgraded. And I think also the Selfie. So it's, maybe the Selfie might even carry more, but it carries a pretty large amount of fish. Now, that is a good and bad thing. That's a lot of fish to be doing by yourself. If you have no crew, you're going to be doing all of the line pulling and all of the gutting and stuff yourself. However, if you're good at the game, you can actually pull in more money because you're going to give better guts than your crew does, and you're also going to be able to pull more fish with those perfect fish hits. So let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades for this boat. We can upgrade the storage. Once again, it starts off with 10,000. With the upgrades, it's an additional 10,000. So you're looking at 20,000 total. You're also looking at a 160 horsepower engine when it's upgraded all the way. Unfortunately, you have to do all three upgrades like usual. We're going to upgrade the radar too. I always do what I can. You're not out of pocket a ton of money with the upgrades. I mean, there's still it's money, but it's you're looking at less than 2 million. Yeah, you might as well do a nice searchlight. I haven't done the fishing quotas on any of my boats. I just buy a new boat because they're so expensive. But this one's interesting because this ship allows really big quota increases. Increases. Some of them are like 10%, 5, 10, and 20, or you know. This one actually has a pretty high rate of upgrade quota, so that's kind of cool. Now, one thing I noticed too when I first ran this ship before I did this video, and I've only run it once, I haven't actually even caught any fish with it, but we're going to do 8 lines and see what we can do. Is that it seems like it has a pretty small fuel capacity compared to some of these other ships. But it actually does fine. It doesn't seem to run out of fuel. I mean, I ran all the way up the coast and did the fishing and ran back to port to fast forward time and came back out, and I still had only used like a 15th of the tank. So even though it's a low capacity, the engine that you got in this boat, since it's only 160 horsepower, it's fuel efficient. It's like my Kia. Getting 33 knots per gallon. I don't know, per liter. You can see here that we're cruising along at 12.5 knots, and we accelerate up pretty quickly to the speed. Now, once again, that's all going to change when we fill this thing up with fish, but we're heading out to the sea. So here is what the Fix looks like. It is a cute little boat. It's a cute little boat. It's got work lights. You can see there the work lights on the deck there for when you're out there working. It's going to be you working, so get used to it. She looks like she has the ability to sail. There's no sailing in this game, though, so we don't get to use that ever. But I know the masts are for support and structural strength, but yeah, I guess there's no rigging, actually. I don't know. I'm not a boat person. I don't know if you could actually sail with this boat. Probably not, now that I'm looking at it. I think those masts are just structural. I don't think they have the ability to pull up, to hoist the sail, especially with the lines coming off of angles like that. So anyway, let's moving right along. We're going to go on our map. Now the boat is slow, so find a hot spot. This will be a good one here because we're right near Forsel. This would also be beneficial because it's near Akjafjord. Some of these up north, I wish there was more fishing going on here. I need to unlock more of the map, like these areas, and I will eventually. But we're going to go up to the hot spot by Forsel. Or Forsel, or however you pronounce it. Oh, by the way, if you have the Pro Mods expansion from Euro Truck Simulator, they actually have Hammerfest in the expansion, and it is, and I think they also have, there was a city over here somewhere, like Honingrad or something like that. It's like I don't know, Murmansk is further over, but it's all in that area. But I actually went to Hammerfest in the game. I was like, wow, it's so cool. And actually, it does look like this. This is more to scale, but. So we're going to turn here and get into there's another fishing boat out there. We're going to get into that fish pocket. Is that what they call it? The clutch. And literally in the pocket. So we're going to drop a line. Boop. Once again, you guys have seen the line drops. Same deal. So once again, there's no net on this boat. You're just doing line fishing. It's basically a giant version of the Borge, but much better looking. Oh yeah, and I forgot. While we're waiting, let's take a look around the cabin. We have the captain's sailing wheel. We have all the controls here. Got our radar. There should be a lot of fish underneath there. Yeah, there's a decent amount. Not as many as I wanted though, but old school cabin. Scotch patterned rug on the floor. It's great stuff. It's too close. Drop another line here in a sec. But it really is a vintage ship. And we could step outside here. Look at this little. So there's the line going off the back. And there's our little pots with the lines in them. Here's the front of the ship. This is where we come out and gut the fish. I like this boat. I do. It's just like, I still like the Follabune better, but this is a cool ship. Like I really like the look, the feel. It's kind of based on the same thing. The Follabune and the Fix are kind of the same boat. The Follabune just has a taller ship and can carry 2 crew. So it's, or not ship, taller. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Cabin area. Like the cabin is taller. It's 2 stories. So you basically have this is larger. The boat might be a little bit longer too. I think the Follabune is also a bit longer, but maybe not. I'll have to look at the port. Anyway, this is a cool ship. The Follabune actually though comes with the game. It is not a DLC. Follabune is part of the game. But the Fix is not available except through the line and fishing DLC as previously mentioned. We're going the wrong way. No, we're going the right way. Okay. Going to adjust course just a little bit here. There goes the next one. There's a speedboat. So I don't know if the ship with 8 lines at 1,000 hooks, I think, are these 2,000? I think they're 1,000 hook. We might. Okay, we filled up the Sharky with bad fishing practices. The crew that I had was suck on that boat. They were whack, and with a crazy whack funky crew, you just can't catch them fish. So yeah, we didn't catch any fish. We caught, but we still filled the boat up with 8 lines. The 8th line was just like 5 fish that added to that capping it off type deal. Because I was at, you know, the line 7, and I thought that the ship was full, but there was still like maybe like 1,000 or 100 kilograms of free space on there. So those last couple fish came off the 8th line. But I think because usually I get anywhere from good to perfect on my catches, I will get quite an increase in the amount of fish that I'm going to catch. And I think we'll fill the ship up faster. I bet you 4 or 5 lines will be enough to fill it up. Maybe 6 lines will be enough to fill it up. I'll throw that out. I'll take a look at the map, make sure we're still heading in through the pocket. Yeah, wow. I'm going to go this way a little bit. We're going to kind of, there's another even bigger pocket next to us. Not that it really matters. Once again, we're doing this for demonstration purposes only. I don't save any of this. But the boat, yeah, so the boat costs, this is a pricey boat. This is for the person that likes line fishing and wants to do a lot of it. And the person that doesn't like running a crew. It is funny, this game, it's interesting. Like the higher up you get in the expertise and ships, like the bigger the ships are, the more you spend, the less work you do, which I guess is the idea, right? So you start off as this poor captain and you're having to do everything yourself. And by the end of the game, you're just driving the boat, basically. And it's an interesting concept. In a way, it kind of gets boring because you're just like when the lunar bow. I mean, no offense, I like the lunar bow. I love the lunar bow, actually. And there's a lot to it. And we'll go over the lunar bow here in this series, and I'll show you how to fish with it. There's a lot to fishing with the lunar bow, but there's also a lot of just running along and doing nothing for long periods of time. And so that gets a little frustrating. However, when you fill the lunar bow, like I still haven't upgraded that final. I've got everything upgraded but the last capacity upgrade, which I think takes the ship to over 1 million. You start off with 500,000, I think, and it goes to 1 million. So right now I'm at about 700, I think, and 750,000 capacity. And when I bring that ship home full, it pays like 8 to 10 million krona. So that boat makes money. It makes a lot of money, but it's kind of boring to run. The crew basically just comes out on the deck and dumps the net, and then they go back to their quarters. And you sail along for like 5 hours, probably 20 hours game time. And then they come back out on deck and they pull it up, and the fish go into the boat automatically, and then you dump the net again and just float along for another 10 hours. And that's the rhythm of the game. It's just not super exciting. So I haven't tried the Hermes yet. Obviously, I'm working my way up there money-wise. You can see that I'm about 17 million krona. I can buy the boat outright in another 2 or 3 lunar bow trips. And I will try that out, and we'll put that as the last ship as we do in the series. But despite that, I love this game, and the lunar bow is, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and fast travel. So, Ultimate Chicken Horse. That's a Seth game. Can we go through here? Nope. All right, so we're going to fast travel there. What time is it? 15. So when we get to here, we have... Okay, so that's only a 3-hour trip in. So, a 2.5 hour. So, plus this, whatever we add here. So riding aboard the Fix. Odd door placement. And we're going between these two, betwixt these rocks. It's beautiful, peaceful. I'm out here by myself running this big ship. So is the Fix for you? I don't know, man. It's like you have to decide what you want to do. If you, like I said, this is for the player that likes to do everything themselves. I mean, and that's true of any of the smaller boats. I mean, you could take the Selfie, which has a crew of 1, or the Sharky, which can have a crew of 2, and you can just run it by yourself. And a lot of times you're going to have to manually do some of the stuff anyway because the crew sucks, unless you get a good crew. But this is for the person that could care less about the crew and just wants to get out there and fish. Doesn't like dealing with people. I don't know. Making stuff up as I go. Alright, so we're pulling into port here. And probably several more hours have gone by since we've left. Right, it's probably like 4 hours or 5 hours at this point. So let's take a look. Splish splash, I was driving the boat. A Saturday night. I don't know what that is. That's a whoa! Don't turn into it. No, turn out. Whoa! She doesn't handle so good. All right, so we're at the port. Let's take a look at the map and see what time it is. It is 5 hours in, so we want to rest for about 5 hours. I don't want to overcook it. I did last time. You guys saw in the last video. We still were fine, but I think we're gonna wait for we'll wait for 5 because this boat takes a long time to get there. So skip 5 hours and launch. I don't have any baited lines. Let's get out there. Leaving the port. Oh Lord, there's a ship sunk. So I've seen this a couple times. These boats sometimes in this dock specifically. Whoops, a little bit of an accident there. Hope everyone got off okay. What is that? This ship's always here. I wish it would go out. It looks like it's some kind of, with all those lines on it, it looks like some kind of like research vessel or something. I don't know. So I'm going to go around the horn here. Whoa, this thing's a little bit jumpy. Whoa. I clicked off the screen. Oh Lord. It's not a straight steer, that's for sure. Turn those work lights off too. Now this boat's interesting because of the darker paint in the cabin. It's not obnoxious at nighttime. Some of the ships, like the lighting is so bright that you can't see outside of the ship. I mean, I still could see. Let's see. Ooh, now that's a kind of a religious experience. The music. So once we're through the gap here, we'll go into autopilot mode, but the ship will not autopilot through the gap, so we're gonna, or should I say fast travel, making stuff up. Don't hit these rocks. Be careful. Whoa. Easy, boy. All right, so let's take a look at the map. We should now be able to fast travel. Yes, we can. You could also fish this area. You could run a couple nets this way and a couple nets this way and then just spend your night in the port with your scurvy friends. All right, so we're going to travel out there. 12 hours, 13 hours. Oh, geez, I'm here way too early. Okay, well, it is what it is. I guess I could kind of putz around. We're not going to waste gas. I'm just going to wait. So I'll see you guys in a minute when this is done cooking. We're at 18 hours and 3 minutes. I'm going to start pulling these lines because... Oops, wrong way. If I don't... by the time I get done, they'll be all green again. So what does it matter? I need them all now. All right, so I'm going to leave the cab. We're going to do full simulation here. Get out there, lad. You're going to lose it. It's going away. I'm going to walk over here to the line, and we're going to go ahead and haul it. Yes. You can do that from inside the ship. You don't have to do it the way I just did it. Perfect. 5 additional % of that fish. Redfish. Yep. Yeah, we're going to catch a lot of fish. 20% bonus. Kaboom. Perfect. Whack. He's back. Snap. Oh, yeah. I must have missed one at 43 instead of 45. Oh, well. Oh. Lame. Catching the redfish today. That must be the krill. They must bring redfish. The different types of baits, as we discussed earlier, bring different types of fish. So what you can do is you can look at your logbook. Your guy will put notes in there about what the market prices are doing. And you can use that to boost the types of fish that you catch. So if you want more haddock or pollock, let's say redfish right now are selling for 20% more than the other fish. So you're going to bait the line so that you catch more of those. You'll still catch other fish types, obviously, but ta-da! I don't want to get the fish right now. We'll get them all at once. It doesn't really take that long to do. But we need to get these lines pulled in. So let's go ahead and start the boat up. Whoops. And next time we won't simulate. I'll just grab the line out of the water. I don't know, man. We've only captured like a small percentage in the boat, so maybe this won't be so. I might have to do two line sets, which stinks because we'll have to go back into port. We're not going to fill the boat up all the way. I thought we'd have more than that. Where we at here? We got 2,020. It's actually plus 20 on there, it looks like. Yep. Oops. Okay, I'm not always perfect, all right? Just sometimes. Sometimes I'm just okay, but I'm rarely bad or missed. Or poor. So once again, this is the part where you increase how many fish you catch. When you gut the fish, you increase what the value of the fish are. So the better they are gutted, the better money you pull. And you'll notice that even on these lines, it's 15 fish that you have to catch always. If you're net fishing, it's 15 fish that you have to pull from the net. Whoops. Yeah. So if you like this kind of work, this is the ship for you. It is a great line fisher. These poor fish. Spike. That was terrible. That was perfect. Oh well, what are you going to do? So I got 55% bonus on the catch. Maybe more, 60%. There we go, bunch of fish. This one pulled in a majority of cod and pollock. We're not going to get the fish yet. Oh, no, we're doing okay on the fill-up. So, I mean, I think with 8 lines, we'll definitely be hauling arse. And the ship is starting to get, or the boat is starting to get a little bit heavy in the water. So, we're still jumping up to the speed, though. I think we'll be okay. We've used up 1 bar of gas. That's not too bad. And that's with a lot of journeying around and moving around. So this boat is going to be easy on fuel. Another good thing about it. I'm really enjoying this. Okay, so I'm going to pull the rest of these lines, guys. We will see you on the other side when I'm done. And so with our 7th line, our storage is full. I'm going to go pull that 8th line. You can see here the boat it's struggling. But it gets up to speed. It just takes a little while to get there, so don't fret. We're at reaching our top speed of 7 knots. 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. Yeah, it's a little slow. But we're moving. And so we'll get back to port. There's 7, 8. Okay, there we go. So regular speed was like 13 or 14, right? So we're definitely lacking speed, but phew. Yeah, so we're going to return that to the boat. And we are heavy laden. And we're going to close the door because it's cold. All right, let's go back to port, and then we'll gut the fish. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in port. We're going to turn on our lights to work. I'm going to head out here on deck, and we're going to go ahead and gut these fish. It's going to take a long time. Usually I'm pretty good at this. 4 stars gets us, I think, a pretty decent bonus. 5 stars is even better, but I usually don't get 5 stars. There we go. But I'm happy with 4. This knife that I've got is expensive, but it gives you quite a bonus. So even when you get them poorly, you get a bonus. Same with that, the fish whacker. Gives you it gives you like a 10% increase on how many fish you catch. So really, you could do 8 lines. I would say put, I would say put all 8 lines out whenever you fish. I know it's a little bit wasteful, but, well, or do 7 lines and just be happy with losing, maybe coming back occasionally with some empty storage space, because you're not always going to have, a full load. But most of the time you're going to be pretty close to full. So there we go. Ew. This is a big fish. Didn't do so good on that. We're about halfway done. Not too bad. Good. That wasn't very good. Trying to follow the lines. It's about 1,000 per cut. High quality. I'm doing pretty good. Not doing horrible. Whoa, that's going to be messed up. Yeah. I slid off at the end there and cut his face. Looks good. And it's weird. The last couple kilograms, they really kind of like... There we go. This is not a good cut. This is a mess. That's a mess. Cool. Boom. Pretty decent job there, Artie. Alright, so let's hop in the fix and we'll take our gutted fish and deliver them to the Port Authority. So we're moving in slowly but surely. Alright. And we can now dock. So let's see how much we made. Looks like a tidy profit. God, it's worth a lot right now. Wow. 500,000 krona. Wow. That's a good income. That's a really good income. That's because we're the best. We're the best at what we do, especially the so cods are bringing in good money. So I'd say, you know, right now bait your lines for cod because they're pulling in quite a lot of money. But that you could literally pay the ship off with all the upgrades in maybe 4 trips. That's dang good. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with myself right now. Not just myself though, but with the boat. So that is the fix. Once again, if you like doing everything manually and you like line fishing, this is basically a giant Borge. It makes good money. That's the big deal. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you for the next one. Once again, this was part of the Line and Nets DLC. So, but I like the fix, and hopefully you did too. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. Bye.